The Monmouth University women's soccer team, again the top seed in the MAAC tournament, prepares to host the championships this weekend, and it all starts on Friday at 5 p.m. against 6th-seeded Siena. I'm here with two of the main reasons why the Monmouth women's soccer team is the top seed, defenders Julie Spracklin and Kristen Brett, as we get their thoughts for this weekend's tournament. And Julie, let's start with you. The team comes in, obviously the top seed, one of the more dynamic offenses in the conference, but I want to talk defense with you guys. Between the back line and Sid Lavin, you guys have had such a great season. How has the defense been so consistent all year?
Well, it's been changing up quite a bit in the beginning, and then we kind of just got like our set four, and we just like connect well. We like communicate well, and we just know what each other are doing now that we've been playing together for so long.
And that's obviously kind of seen from what you've been able to do. You've played along that back line in a few different roles. And Kristen, you've been on this team for a while. You're a veteran. We spoke to you at the very beginning of the year, so it's appropriate that you're here now. And just talk about where the team is right now. You've been here for a couple of seasons. How is this team maybe different from teams in years past?
Well, as Julie said, we changed up a lot in the beginning of the season, but I think now with the four that we have here, we all have a common goal. We're all trying to communicate as best as we can to each other to make sure that each of us succeeds as best as we can, and we're also there to cover each other as best as we can when one each other messes up.
You know, it's kind of appropriate when you were giving that answer, Julie was kind of nodding. You could tell that she agrees with it. How important is it to you guys to be able to play this conference tournament here on your own turf, Hessfield on the Great Lawn? Julie, how important is that?
It's awesome. There's no excuses. Like, we play on our field every single day, and we should know every single bounce, everything that comes on that field. We should know what's going on, and we should just be almost perfect.
And my final question, and Kristen, I'm going to start with you. What does this Monmouth team this year have to do this weekend to be successful and ultimately go out and have a chance to capture this MAAC championship?
We basically just have to do everything we've been doing all season, but just put 110% effort behind everything that we do, and like work for each other, I think, is the main thing, because our biggest enemy sometimes is ourselves. Even if we do everything we can possibly, I don't think that we will face any blocks in the road.
I totally agree. Like, if everyone shows up and gives their best, like, no one can stop us. We have that mentality now that, like, no one's going to beat us, and we just got to bring that on the field on Friday.
As we continue to look ahead to this weekend's MAAC Women's Soccer Championship, here with the head coach of the top seed Monmouth Hawks, Krissy Turner. And Coach Turner, I'm interested to get your thoughts on hosting the tournament again on Hessfield on the Great Lawn. How much of an advantage is it, and how big time is it for you and your program that you can play these tournament games here on your home turf?
Well, any coach, I think, would say they love to play at home. We're currently undefeated at home. That's something that we emphasize, we stress. It's always a goal of ours. So we were able to do that in the regular season. Now, obviously, in the postseason, you're just guaranteed one game. So we need to make sure that we defend that home field as best we can.
You mentioned the Saints, who were the 6th seed coming in, but they do come in one of the hotter teams in the MAAC. And just kind of take us through a brief scouting report about this Siena Saints team that had to win their way into now the semifinals.
Well, they're a team that's on a good roll as of late. If you look at the statistics and where Siena falls, I believe they're in the top 4 in both goals for and in goals against. And certainly those are two critical categories in order to advance to finish in the Final Four.
And Coach, final question. What are the things that you want to see out of your team, specifically in Friday's semifinal? If they do a few different things that you want to see them see, they should be successful. What are those few elements?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us is to switch the point of attack or to switch the field. When we did that against Siena in the regular season game, that's where we found some success. Also, when we've done that in our other matches throughout the season, that's when we've been able to use the strength that you mentioned as far as our forwards go and creating space for them. And so the midfield, I think, is the key. But also in this tournament format, it's not always about the team that necessarily has the most talent. It's about the team that wants it the most. And I think we need to go into Friday with an edge and with an attitude that, we want to not just win one game, but we want to be competing for the championship.
Well, Coach, we really do appreciate a few minutes. Wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Eddie.
That's head coach Krissy Turner of the Monmouth women's soccer team. Her Hawks begin MAAC tournament play this Friday at 5 p.m. on Hessfield on the Great Lawn. The entire tournament will be broadcast on ESPN3, starting with Monmouth's game Friday against Siena.